What we're going to do is we're going to take through here, we're just going to set the guideline here and bring down each section to it in very small sections. Occasionally I will see on YouTube, well frequently actually, I'll see on YouTube where people will come along and what they'll do is they'll grab a whole section of hair and cut it. Well, the thing about that is that you're not getting a very clean tolerance for where you're executing your cut, and that means that as you initially cut it, it might look okay, but as it grows out, it will not. And you cannot go in and point cut or go in and texturize and fix your error. It's a sloppy cut. It's going to grow out sloppy. If you want a more refined cut, you need to use smaller sections, more precision. As I'm going to take and follow through on my line through here, and I want it at least damp and fairly consistent too, by the way. Every one of these should be fairly consistent. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this section here. We're going to get the center portion of it. Using a little bit of tension, I'm going to pull this up so I can see where my guide is, and there's my line. So take this from this section here, bring it down, go from the outside in, and get a nice refined line. Drop the next section, bring it on down, come into the center. That's where I really want to work from, is the center portion. Bring it down. There's my guide, looks good. As I drop my sections, my guide needs to be see-through. As long as my guide is see-through, I can get a nice clean line. Get yourself a nice mannequin, put it on the rubber mat. It helps the legs to hold still. And just stop and start this as we go and cut it yourself. Cut along with me. So as you see me dropping down the sections, you drop down the sections. You cut them. When you're finished, you'll not only have a mannequin that shows you the cut we're doing, but also will give you an opportunity really to follow along and see what it is I'm doing and why. An old Sassoon trick. Take your mirror, put it underneath, get it nice and close, take a look at your line and see how clean and balanced your line is. And mine is nice and clean and balanced. I like that, looks good, so I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to direct the sides by dropping them down. I'm going to direct them to the back so as to keep more length as I come forward, and that will allow me to shape the sides in the front as I see fit when I get to that part. And here you can see me over directing it to the back and squaring it off to that section. I am now taking a triangulated section that goes from the top apex forward to the brow. I separate it down the middle, creating two small triangles. And I take one triangle, bring it over to the bottom section or the chin, and then repeat. Elevate up. I'm going to cut it once, comb it to refine it, cut it again, get a nice clean line. Let go of that, you'll notice my curve is going the way I want it to, into that corner. Bring it over, keep my fingers parallel to the chin, bring it up and away, make sure my knuckle doesn't go too high, but it stays straight, cut across. Drop it down, take a look at my angle here, see whether or not I'm keeping a nice curve there. Bring the corner section on either side down. Look for where it does not blend. There's my length, blend the two together. Bring that forward a little bit, and then just kind of blend that too like so. There we go. Nice, soft, gentle line. If I can see through it, I can cut it. If I can't see through the guideline, it's too thick. Start over. I'm gonna take this section here, comb through it. Just put that out of my way. Bring it over. Over to here, check my line, cut it, drop it, yeah. Now you can see on the left side how it is that I'm keeping the corner of weight as it relates to the length on the sides. I take the section from the bang, I comb it down, you can see how heavy that is, and then I simply bring it forward and blend my line from the lower tip forward. Now how that's going to look is going to depend on you. That the more you take an angle to it, the more you're changing it. So you're going to want to have it well in mind before you cut it exactly how steep you want the angle here or not. Now you can see the shape coming along, and comb it back. You can see the nice heavy layers. It looks really good this way, doesn't it? Then we're going to take and I'm going to check the balance of the cut by getting behind it, pulling all the angles down, the perimeter length down, to see that it's balanced if not symmetric. Now, rather than blow this out and style it, I'm going to show you what this looks like. Just let dry, what it looks like that way, and then get on to the next look. You can see how well everything falls right into place. And that's really the point of this cut, is you can see the shape quite easily, quite readily. This is what it looks like dry, and just left to dry on its own. So very soft, very, very nice feeling.